Right everyone, on a carpet clean again today. As you see, it's an empty property. A few carpets are due in here to get back up to scratch, ready for the new tenants to move in. As always, first thing to do is to treat the carpet with a spot remover, which I've got in here. Basically go around, check for all the obvious stains and marks. Pre-treat, as we say. So I will treat the stains by spraying the traffic clean, or spot remover as they call it. It's both the same thing anyway. Put that on, leave that sit for a couple of minutes. As I've said, minimum 30 seconds, but the longer it sits, the better it is. So I've already sprayed the pre-treatment on, worked with a few of the stains, brushed them by hand then, and I've done a further pre-treatment. So now to bring the bad boy into play. Right, just spent the last 20 minutes now cleaning my machine. It's very important, and a lot of carpet cleaners would imagine do the same thing, or I hope they do. You've got to look after your equipment. At the end of the day, these machines, as I keep on saying, the industrial machines, they built to last, but only if we look after them. So I just spent the last 20 minutes now cleaning mine out before I proceed to clean the carpets in this property. I do this twice, sometimes 3 times a week. It just gets all the gunk and all the everything that basically you got up the carpet previous. You know, even though the machine gets swelled out at the end of the day, it gets a deep clean about 2 to 3 times a week. Because otherwise, if we don't, then what'll happen is rather than have a nice smell coming into the next carpet, you'll get an awful smell in the room, even though you put the chemicals in there because of all the gunge which is left in the bottom. So very important that we deep clean the machines a minimum of once a week, but I always do mine 2 to 3 times a week. So I'm going to get on with these carpets now. They are quite bad, quite tired, so you know, not 100% sure what kind of results we're going to get out of these, if I'm honest. But I've put in a stronger chemical today. I've got many different professional chemicals that we use to undertake carpet cleaning. The one I put in now, which is the Pro Extract, it's if this don't get it out now, then nothing will, basically. Right, just finished the bedrooms. Just coming to the top of the stairs here, if you have a look, it's heavily stained. Now, I have treated this about 2 or 3 times, so it doesn't look like it's going to shift. However, I'm going to treat it, I'll actually do it now while you guys are on the phone. We're going to give it a further coating before I even bring the machine into play with this. And I'll probably soak this quite a bit now actually, and literally soak it so it beds its way in. And if this don't come out this time now, then it's obviously there to stay. But fingers crossed, if anything, we can make it fade. To be honest, the carpets in this particular property, especially the bedrooms, they do really need renewing, but it's going back up for rent, so I don't think that's really going to happen now, especially when they pay you money now to just clean them or freshen them up, as you call it. Right, so that's going to sit in now for a bit. As you can see, it's quite wet, so what I'm going to do now is leave that for another 10-15 seconds. I'm going to brush it in with a brush, and then what we'll do then is spray a little bit more. And I will, even though I said it's the last time I'm going to spray, I will try it again. I don't like being beaten on these things. So once I've done everything that I possibly can, and I know it's 100% not coming out, then at that time we'll just leave it. Right, so we're just going to brush now. Right. Back and forth. Right, it does look like it is actually starting to shift, so with a bit of luck we'll get a good result from here. Right, just down the stairs now of the pan bit by here. As I was saying, quite heavily stained. I would say be 94% successful with this. It seems to come as a little bit of a tinge of it left there, but I think that's the best we're going to get. But to be honest, it's come out a little bit better than what I thought. It's actually had about 6 treatments now, of the traffic clean and a bit of brushing in. And obviously it's at a 7th then with the chemical which is in the machine, which is also obviously a cleaner, and it's a Pro Extract, so it's the strongest, one of the strongest carpet cleaners you can get out there to draw the dirt out. So as I said, that is the best we're going to get now. No more's going to come out. Right, in here now is all the dirty water. But what I want to explain to you guys, just done the 3 bedrooms and just removed that spot, the dirty area down there on the top of the stairs. Now with the machine, it's industrial machines that we use. As I said, it's not like you guys can get from Argos or anywhere else. These are industrial machines. They're heavy duty, built to do the job. They got big brushes on the bottom, so they can really go deep into the carpet and draw out a lot more than you can with these £99 machines you can get from various places. And I want to show you that now, but as I've always said in previous videos, 80% comes between the chemicals that we use and the person, i.e. me or whoever else is doing it, and then the other 20% is done with the machine. Because once you've used the chemicals and you've treated the carpet and you've brushed it and done everything you possibly can, then you bring the machine into play with the other chemicals. As I said, it's been a Pro Extract has gone into it, which is one of the strongest carpet cleaners out there, and what that don't get out, nothing will get out. Anyway, I want to bring you, wait here a sec, obviously with all waste guys that comes out, and a lot of carpet cleaners will tell you the same, you cannot pour it down the drain outside because it goes into the local streams, so it's got to go down the waste, and the best place to put it is down the toilet where all the waste goes. Now, you have to bring that camera closer a sec. I've got my glamorous assistant today. My daughter is actually off school today for the teachers training. How much training do these teachers really need? Anyway, so she wanted to come and help her father. So say hi to Olivia, to the camera.
Hi.
Say hi. So what are we doing today?
Cleaning.
Cleaning what?
Carpet.
And what are you doing? You're videoing Daddy, you know? Yeah. Free to a good home if anyone wants it. I'm only joking, she's my baby girl. She's my youngest daughter, and she wanted to come out and help her father today. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Here's the dirty water. Come on, Olivia, if you bring it close to you. I'm going to put the spout down there, and you watch how black this is now. It's surprising what lays within our carpets. You know, a lot of you guys out there look after your carpets. They're in really good condition, but still surprising what comes out. And the carpets in this property. Right, that's finished. I lift the camera up, Olivia. Go back over there a minute. That's brushed away now. As I said, the carpets, or as I was saying, the carpets in this property are that bad, to be honest. They are coming to the end of their life now, so in the next couple of years they will really need replacing. However, they are freshened up. A lot of dirt and mark and stains have come out of them. Yeah, let's go and put this back over here a minute. So that's always a positive thing. But yeah, anyway, if any of you are out there and you're looking to get your carpets cleaned and you want it professionally cleaned, I'll go for the procedures that we do. As you've seen time and time again, we will spray your carpet with a pre-treatment, which will break down all the dirt and grease and whatever else is in there. Now, don't get me wrong, I've never lied to anyone out there. Any carpet cleaner tells you we can 100% get everything out. They are lying. It all comes down. Just had a phone call in, so we've had to restart the video, and lucky enough, I merged these videos together. But as I was saying, anyone that tells you they can get every single mark out of a carpet, they'll be lying. It comes down to a few things. It comes down to how long have you been in there, what is it, what have you done as well. As in, I hear a lot of people, which is the worst thing you can do, is they spill something on the carpet, and the first thing everyone feels they need to do, oh, I'll scrub it. And what you do, you push that further into the carpet and further into the underlay. Especially if it's like tea or coffee, there are a couple of stains there which are a nightmare to get out. They lay in the underlay. As soon as you can, you might get it off the top surface, but then the underlay starts drying and it pushes it back through the carpet. So it's important that you call someone like ourselves, or I'll chuck a little tip in it. If you do spill some fluid, don't get me wrong, if it's water or a squash, still don't rub it, because you don't want to rub it in. Get a tea towel or something like that and dab it on the surface. Keep on doing that for a few minutes so it sucks it up. And this is just applies if it's like water or squash, you know. I don't mean if it's Ribena, it's a different story, but if it's just orange squash or something like that, it should just come up quite easily. But anything else, if you get, say, a strong like a Ribena or a red wine or a glass of white wine or some beer, the best thing you do is pour some salt on it, put a load of salt on it, leave it on it for an hour or two. The salt then will absorb most of the fluid back up. Then you can scoop the salt up, and at that time then you need to call someone like myself, then we can successfully remove that stain at that time. If you leave it in a day, 2 days, or even 3 days, the chances are that stain will fade, but it'll never come out indefinitely. So yeah, a little tip there for you lot. But if you are looking for your carpets to be cleaned, and as I said, the first thing we do is pre-treat the carpets. We spray them, look for all the obvious marks or spots, talk to you about it so you can point out a few things for us, and then we brush the carpet by hand. Then we do a further treatment, and at that time the machine will come in to do the 20% of work that I keep on talking about, and hopefully bring your carpets back up to new. Like I said, a lot of carpets are quite worn, so you've got to bear that in mind as well, that it might look like dirt and we get a lot of dirt out, but if it's worn, it's worn. Can't do a great deal about that. Anyway, rather than me go on, I think I've gone on long enough now. If you are looking to get your carpets cleaned, whether that's on a commercial or domestic property, we do both commercial and domestic. We got a different machine altogether that does the commercial side, and then we got a machine in which does, or a few machines that does the commercial side, and a few machines that does the domestic side. So every machine is for a different purpose. So if you are looking to get your office carpet cleaned, or your domestic carpet cleaned, or your shop carpet cleaned, or you know anyone who's looking to get their carpets cleaned, then why not pop onto the Clean and Fresh page here. On top you'll have a Clean and Fresh tab. Hit that tab, it'll take you straight to a Clean and Fresh page. Now a lot of you do comment when the post is shared quite a lot. Sometimes we don't see those comments, so bear in mind that this post is shared, so if you could click that Clean and Fresh and go straight to the main Clean and Fresh page, then from there then you'll be able to hit the like button, show your support for the business, and drop us a message or a general inquiry, or just simply book in for your carpet clean. Anyway, it's Friday, I'm going to leave it there. Hope you guys have a great weekend and have a good one. Cheers.